As a woman, meeting a man that you like is one of the worst things that can happen to you in my experience.
I'm in an era where I hate when men talk to me.
If you're a man and you were trying to approach women in public and finding no luck, I feel for you.
Can somebody please explain to me how you get back into the dating world? Because I cannot do this.
The reaction most men get when they approach is why they've fallen back. It's not worth it.
You're in your 20s. Go hook up with that person you shouldn't be hooking up with.
Okay, so you know how people talk about pretty privilege? Well, sometimes I feel like I almost have like an ugly privilege.
I can't do the sassy men, okay? I can't do it because I'm the princess, not you. If you're gonna act like a princess.
Majority of women today believe they're a princess or queen, but a princess of what? Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
As a woman, meeting a man that you like is one of the worst things that can happen to you in my experience. Like, honestly, I could be kidnapped and punched in the face and I'd be like, dear diary, yesterday I was kidnapped and punched in the face. It was a pretty decent day. Today, things took a turn for the worse. I met a guy. He won't text me back.
I don't care. I feel like being single is a new flex nowadays because what a relationship gonna do but make you cry? I don't got time, baby. I'd rather just cuss motherfuckers out and block them. Hello.
Alright, so this is a really hard question because people always think I'm speaking for girls, like, as a whole when I'm speaking for myself. So, girls as a whole, I think half of the girls want to be approached and half do not. Half of the girls literally think you're the worst person ever if you approach them and they get really annoyed and, like, complain about it, which I think is so stupid. Like, I feel like some girls don't know how intimidating they are and how much courage it takes for a guy to actually approach them, and for them to blow it off like I just feel like that's really rude. And so I would love to get approached, and I don't think it's a bother at all, but that's the hard thing, is like you don't know what kind of girl you're gonna get. But I do think just keep it simple, like introduce yourself and go from there, and hopefully she's nice.
You know what? I like this girl's response. As genuine as she sounds, most men out here know that it's not the reality. It's not that simple. The thing is, men don't know which women to approach and which ones to avoid. It's like walking through a minefield. One wrong step, one awkward moment, and you're either ridiculed, labeled creepy, or made into some viral story online. Some of these women don't care how much courage it takes for a man to make a move. They don't see the hesitation, the self-talk, or the build-up of nerve. They'll just rudely reject you without a second thought if they find your approach even slightly off. And it's not just rejection, it's the attitude that comes with it. The eye rolls, the disgusted look, the public embarrassment. That stuff sticks with a man. So over time, guys learn to stop trying. It's not about being afraid of women. It's about being tired of dealing with the emotional fallout. You can only be made to feel small so many times before you start guarding yourself.
Never cut your hose off. Always keep a backup man. Always. Actually, not even backup. Keep him at the same level. Because you're going to look stupid when this man messes up and you left with nobody. That's what you get for cutting your hose off. I keep at least 3.
You need help.
Why do guys not call girls pretty anymore? Like, is it old-fashioned? Because on the last 7 first dates I've been on, I don't think one guy has opened with, wow, we look really pretty tonight. It's like the easiest thing because we both know it took time for me to look the way that I do. And it would make you stand out so much. I don't know if I've just been dating all the wrong men or if other people feel like this is a dying art too, but like compliments will never fail you. Just tell her she looks pretty.
If you've ever experienced being told that you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're perfect, people come up to you, they give you compliments, and you just can't understand why men are not returning that same energy. I'm going to give you 2 reasons why. So the first reason can be you expect things to happen passively, meaning you don't want to put forth any effort or any work to attract the attention of a man. You just want them to approach you. So if this is the case, what you would do is you try to make sure the person is looking at you. So if you're bold, you can look directly at them and catch them, or you can look up, look to the side, and look at them. If they mirror where you're looking, they're most likely looking in your direction. You want to make eye contact at least twice, and eventually the man will approach you. And the second reason, which I love, you are too intimidating to approach, which is a good thing because you always want a confident man to approach you. Quality over quantity.
Nonsense. Well, of course, she loves the second reason. It tickled her ego a bit. She believes men aren't approaching women because they're intimidated by fabricated beauty. It never ceases to amaze me how many women genuinely believe this narrative and just run with it, like it gospel. The whole idea that men are too intimidated by looks to make a move is nonsense. Men aren't scared of makeup, filters, or fake lashes. They're exhausted. And let's be real, many of these women overestimate their impact. A man not approaching you doesn't mean he's intimidated. It might just mean he's uninterested or simply doesn't want to deal with potential drama. Because nowadays, approaching the wrong woman can cost a man his dignity, his peace of mind, and sometimes even his reputation. So no, it's not intimidation. It's self-preservation. Men are waking up to the fact that not every woman is worth the risk.
It's gonna hurt someone's feelings, but what's a green flag that low-key gives you the ick? Oh, I know my answer, and my answer is for surely gonna hurt somebody's feelings, but I truly don't give a f***. I cannot date a man who is a good father. Who is a good father.
Are you stupid? You need help.
And why, ladies, I know this is a thing for us. Why, when we look like this, do men want to approach us? Fellas, you can answer too. Why is it not when we put in the 2 hours into our hair and our makeup and we go out with our girls and we go to these nice places, I don't get approached then. It's when I look like this, especially when I'm in the grocery store. Why?
I've been told by 3 different guys in the past week and a half that I look intimidating. Can someone explain what that means and how I can be less intimidating? Because I want to seem approachable, but apparently I don't seem approachable and I don't know why.
After she posted this video, a lot of men went into the comments and they told her their opinion on what would probably help the most. Most of the recommendations were for her to smile more. She did respond back to one of the top liked comments, which was to smile more. And she said, I smile all the time. I find it super interesting when you ask for advice or an opinion of others. And then when you get it, you like fight against it. Like you argue against it. Because to me, I don't understand the point of that unless that was not what you were seeking. Women came into the comments saying that it was insecure men that were showing their insecurities by telling her what she could fix. Some women are saying that men are intimidated by her because of their lack of confidence. And some are going along that and saying, don't change. Real men will love that. This is why men feel like women just want to argue sometimes. Like they ask him a question and then he's the one with the issue because he answered her question. It's a trap. And if there's anything I know about men, good men, bad men, whatever, every shape and form, they don't like traps.
What this woman was really looking for wasn't advice. It was validation and attention. She asked, how can I get men to approach me? Or what can I do to seem more approachable? But the moment men started giving her honest answers, she got defensive. Instead of listening, she pushed back, argued, and dismissed the very thing she claimed to want help with. And what's even crazier is how quickly other women jumped into the comments, not to support accountability or growth, but to call men insecure for simply answering the question. Like, wait, we're insecure because we're telling the truth. Because we're pointing out that many women walk around with a hardened, standoffish energy and then wonder why no one's approaching. This is the cycle. Ask for feedback, reject the feedback, shame the men who gave it, and then go back to complaining that men aren't doing enough. It's exhausting.
All right, y'all, this is really exciting news because in the city of Chicago, it's possible for a man to come up to you, ask you for your number, and actually take you out. This happened 2 weeks ago, and today's the day that we're actually going out on a date. I've never gone out with a date. I've never gone out with a guy who's asked me on a date in the wild. These guys either slide in my DMs or they like me on a dating app. Or I've had a guy come up to me, ask me for my number, tries to plan something, and then they're too busy. I'm like, you reached out to me. But yeah, it's possible. It's possible. So don't give up.
Men are not attractive anymore, and I'm not even talking about looks. It's the fact that so many of them are not healed, not self-aware, can't connect emotionally, stuck at surface level because they don't know how to go beyond that. Like, they don't even know themselves, and they're constantly out here trying to chase the next best thing. Being emotionally unavailable, don't know how to express yourself at this big age is a complete turnoff. Like, take some time and heal. Go find yourself.
To the men that want to be approached, question for you. Is your name Drake? Is your name Aubrey Graham? Is your name Warren Buffett? Is your name Bill Gates? Is your name Jeff Bezos? Why would I approach you then? I don't care. Are you a billionaire? Is your watch worth $500,000? Why? Otherwise, what business do I have approaching you? Are you going to change my life? Are you going to get me a job at Tesla? No. So why would I approach you? The men that want to be approached, you're not Drake. Nobody's going to. The reason why women approach Drake is because one photo with Drake gets them a book deal. Okay? None of that's happening with you. You work at Walmart. No one is approaching you. No one. Make yourself approachable. Do you drive a Rolls Royce Cullinan? You're not going to be approached, sweetie. You're not going to be approached, sweetie. Are you driving a McLaren? Are you in a Ferrari? We're not approaching broke men. I'm so sorry. Get your money up, then you'll be approached.
First off, I don't see too many men, if any, going around saying they want to be approached by women. That's just not something men sit around expecting or demanding. Most men know that if they want something, they have to go out and get it. And let's be real, there's already a name for women who solely go for men with money. Everyone knows what that is. Yet this woman straight up says she'll only approach a man if he has money or he can change her life. So it's not about connection, not about values, not about compatibility. It's all financial. And what's wild is that she's not the only one. There are plenty of women who openly say the same thing. But here's the thing. Why would a man who's already built himself up, a man who's worked hard for his success, his peace, and his future, waste his time on someone who's only interested in what he can do for her? These men aren't blind. They know when someone's showing up with a hand out instead of a heart open.
This lady was saying it's very hard to approach women now as a man. She was saying that a lot of men are not approaching women.
It's a challenging thing. I used to think about it. We used to have so much more courage when we were younger.
We used to have lines
to do it. You know what I'm
we
saying?
We had lines.
Like now, it's a tough thing because you just don't know how they're gonna take it. You don't know what the vibe is gonna be. You know, you don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want your pride and ego hurt. You don't. You know, so it's kind of a tough thing. I've seen plenty of women and be wanting to say something and just be like, eh. And that can be a negative thought or idea that's in our minds too, where we're putting this whole idea in our heads about this woman that we don't even know.
Okay, this is why the dating scene and hookup culture and all of the things is the way that it is. Okay, now you're not gonna like me for this, okay? The reason it's like this is because men are wired to do the easy thing. Like, they're always gonna take the easy path. And women have become so, free with their bodies and of such low self-worth that they have made it so easy for men to get with them. All a man needs to do is go on a dating app and suggest a Netflix and chill, and a girl will literally make her way to his house, do whatever he wants, with zero expectations, and then cry about it afterwards. Women are not wired for that. And men are not wired for that too. And this is why our society is so fucking weak. Because men don't need to put in any effort for anything. So the solution, ladies, is to stop doing that. Tell him to take you on a date. Don't have sex with him. Don't give it so fucking easy. Raise your standards. Jeez. Fuck. Watch, the world will change. This is why I run the New Feminine. Follow me to raise your fucking standards and become the woman that you are here to be, and the woman that men need so that they can become kings, not these fucking boys.
Well, that kind of mindset might fly in hookup culture, where it's all casual, no strings attached. But when it comes to actual dating, the expectations completely shift. Suddenly, it's take me somewhere fancy, impress me, show me you're serious. And that's expected even on the first date. But let's talk about hookup culture. Women have been liberated from shame, and now a lot of them are going wild. The restraints are gone, the social pressure to be modest or selective is gone. And, in its place, we've got endless hookups, open rosters, and rising body counts. And somehow, this is celebrated. It's called empowerment, even when deep down many of them feel empty after the high fades. You can't promote freedom without responsibility. And what's happening now is a generation of women running through experiences with no structure, no values, and no long-term thinking, and then turning around and wondering where all the serious men went.
Simply put, if a man tells me that he hates women, I know that he's dangerous. If a woman tells me that she hates men, I know it's just because she's been emotionally done wrong. I don't care if a woman says, I hate men. In fact, I encourage her, you should hate men.
Why is it that every time I see a take like this, like clockwork, their stitches and duets are off? It's like they're confident enough to say BS, but not confident enough to stand on it or defend their positions. The problem with idiotic double standards like this is the fact that there's nothing stopping me from saying in return, if a man tells me he hates women, he most likely got his heart broken by a horrible woman who he gave everything to, including his trust. Therefore, his hate is justified. But if a woman tells me that she hates men, she's just chronically online, most likely spends too much time on social media, and probably couldn't maintain a relationship if her life depended on it. We can go back and forth all day, because at the end of the day, there is no real validity to any of these generalizations. And even if you were able to miraculously find that your reasoning did apply to most men and women, you wouldn't be helping your case by admitting that you encourage this kind of hate. Any kind of serious consideration for your thought process that anybody was willing to provide to you is completely out the window. Because now they can actually see that you're nothing but an irrational individual who doesn't truly care about solutions. You just want to spew generalized hate on the internet because Tommy broke up with you in the 5th grade. If you treat every floor like lava, you'll spend the rest of your life jumping through pointless hoops just to try to avoid them. And if you constantly treat every man like they're the enemy, don't expect your interactions and experiences with men to be sunshine and rainbows. Men are not your enemy. It'd be a lot worse if they were.
Amazing, isn't it? She believes that if a woman says she hates men, it must be because she's been emotionally hurt, that somewhere along the line a man did her wrong, broke her heart, and now she's just coping. But if a man says he hates women, suddenly he's labeled as dangerous, toxic, a threat to society. See the double standard? When women express bitterness or anger toward men, they're seen as victims, healing, finding their voice, standing up for themselves. But when a man expresses that same energy, he's not given grace. No one asks what he's been through. No one wonders if he's been cheated on, lied to, betrayed, or emotionally manipulated. Instead, he's shamed, ridiculed, and told he's the problem. This is why a lot of men stay silent, because the moment they speak their truth, they're met with labels instead of understanding. Their pain doesn't get sympathy, it gets dismissed. And yet we wonder why men are pulling back, why they're checking out, why so many of them have given up trying to be heard.